tutorial on how to use Padlet. This is especially important if you are on the foundation or further, extended diploma year 2s and you're looking to document and show your career services and engagement and your work experience. So what I'm going to do is quickly show you how to sign up, set up Padlet, add things to it, and then how to get a link so you can send it to your tutors so they can use this at your first assessment. So to begin, you want to click on the sign up for free, and we're using the free version for this, so you don't have to spend any money. And it's actually a really powerful tool. You can use lots of things on this for like your artist research or brainstorming. But for this, we're going to use this just for your career services. And you're going to click on sign up for free. And when it takes you there, use your UCA email. So, and just give it a quick password. And then just click that and click sign up. Give it a second, and once again, we are going for the free version, so we're going to be a bit basic, and click basic and click continue. And you get a little thing in your email saying beautiful, you've created a Padlet, and it is pretty self-explanatory, but like I said, I'm going to walk you through it. Click let's go. And this is where you start adding Padlets. And also you might join somebody else's Padlet. So one of your lecturers or tutors or sessional staff or GTAs might create a Padlet. You can click that to join a Padlet that already exists. But we're going to click make a Padlet. So we're going to click there. And there's different types of Padlets. So you can kind of decide how you want to lay things out. Do you want to have like a wall? Do you want to stream so like it works as a stream? But the one I really think would work best for this is sort of the canvas option for showing your work experience. So I'm going to select that. And with the free version, you get 3 Padlets. And basically, when you start off, this is what you get. Yeah. So this is my Padlet here. We've got sort of our little settings here. If we click the little settings, that little wheel or gear, click that shows up. And this is where you can change things. Like that yellow is super intense, and I want to change the title. I don't want to call it my brilliant Padlet. I'm going to call it my work experience. And tracking my engagement or my whatever you want to call it. You just call it my work experience, and you can say my journey into the creative industries. Yeah. Then you can add an icon if you want. So if you want to add like an emoji, why not? You can add an icon. Basically, make this a little bit fun. Make this a little bit sort of about yourself. Let's go with floppy disk. And click that to go back, and we can change the appearance. And also do like that's the address for my Padlet there, but I'll show you another way of getting that later. To change the wallpaper, you can click that. You can add a solid color, which is what that is right now. And every time you create a new Padlet, like it just does some random settings, so yours might look different when you start it. You could pick a gradient. You could pick a texture or a pattern, or you could pick a picture, or you could add your own picture. Let's go some waves. Yeah. It does sort of change the color defaultly when you do that. Here's some shale. Nah, that's a bit boring. Yeah. So what about a skyline? Yeah, let's do a nice skyline there. You could always add your own pictures, your own wallpaper there, and you can upload. You could draw your own. You could paste a link. You could take a photo. All of those options are there. And you can choose to tile it like a pattern, or to have it fill, or if you want to like blurry, so it's less distracting. And I think I'm going to just add a little blur there. Then the other things you have here is posting. So if you want to have like your friends and your lecturers and GTAs add comments, you could turn that on. You can turn reactions on, so if you want people to like things or vote on things or star, you could turn that on as well. You could filter profanity, and that could all be there as well. Yeah, so when I'm done with that, I'm going to click save. And at any point, I could go back and change the settings. So at any point, if I want to change my background, I can change my background. Now, to add a post, you could always click down here on this little plus, and that turns into a little pen when you click on it. Or you can just simply double click on the screen. So I'm going to do this way first, and I'll do the other way next. And it kind of pops up here in the corner, and this is where you can add your first post. So I'm going to call this my summer project. And then I'm going to, you could upload your image. So obviously if you did your summer project, hopefully you've got a photo of that. You could take add a photo that you already have, and you can upload that. You could take a photo with your webcam or your iPhone or your Android phone, or you could add a link, or you could search for an image. So I didn't do a summer project because I gave up the summer project. So I'm just going to do a quick image search, and I'm just going to do, over here I can search for cyanotype postcard. And see what shows up. And obviously, like I said, this will be your summer project, but I'm going to pick this one and pretend it's mine for the sake of this tutorial. And then down here you can add a caption. So sent this in to UCA, but I think it was lost in the post. You can change the color as well. So if you want to have, I don't know, let's go with orange. The colors are limited, and if you click publish, you'll see it'll be published in orange there. So because I've done the canvas version, I can move this sort of anywhere I want by just sort of clicking and dragging on it and moving it around. If I want to change the color, I can edit it, and I can change the color that way. Right there is a really quick way of doing that. Colors are limited. For those of us who are dark at heart and like black and gray, those are not options on Padlet. But that does allow us to make just a few sort of colorful changes. Also, you can change your font, but like the font choices are super limited as well. If I want to add another post, I can just double click, and then I can say, let's just say career services talk. And then I could find a web link. So lots of different things you can add onto Padlet. If you click this little option here, there's like tons of things you can see. You can add a drawing, and you can literally like draw with your trackpad. You can click on this again, and you can do an image search. You can find a YouTube link. You can do a web search or audio recording, or you can add your location if the location is important for the post. So let's say starting my first internship here, you could add, the link to that. You could use the camera. You can upload images. You can record a little video. You can add another Padlet. All of those options there. You can even add a Spotify playlist. Why not? So depending, like, let's say you find like a really great sort of Spotify playlist of sort of like motivational talks about sort of like getting into the fashion industry, you can put that on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a link. So I'm going to go to the link, and I am going to go over here to the career and employability, and I'm going to find the talk that Nikki did. So I'm going to go, and when you're on your job to user site, I am just going to go to UCA resources over here at the top. And hopefully you guys have already signed into this and started poking around. But if I go into resources and I kind of look around, there's all sorts of great articles and links to things to help you get started on your careers and maybe help figure out what your next stages are and steps are. I know it's kind of a lot. You just start a course and we're talking about like getting a career and where you're going, but sometimes if you know what your career path is, it makes it a lot easier for you to figure out what university you want to go to and where you want to study. So there's like lots of like interesting talks here. But in the further education resources tab, if you click that, and if my internet wasn't being so slow, it does open up eventually, and that will take me to the resources for further education. And let's say I want to click on further education resources, click on view more, and wait a second. There is think about a career in animation, there's FE options, there's introduction to UCA career, so I'm going to click on that one, and I'm going to just copy this link. This is the fantastic PowerPoint that Nikki did, and I'm just going to copy this link, and I'm going to go back to my Padlet. I'm going to paste that in, and that's the link to that PDF that's online. And so what's really great about Padlet too is that when I put these links in, I can go back and revisit these things. So it's a way of kind of like keeping really organized bookmarks as well. And I just click submit there, give it a second, and it will then add that image there. So that's the image from the talk. And then I could just go really feeling inspired about finding I publish there. And also, if you want to go back and change your comments, you can just click this and click edit post and change your comments. Now, let's say I've done the career services talk and I want to add another link from the career services and I want to connect the two. To do that, I'm going to go back to the UCA resources really quick, and I'm going to find another one of those resources because some great ones. So let's go to discoveruni.gov.uk. If I click on this link and go to the website, especially if you're looking at what university you want to go to, that's part of jobs and careers as well, figuring out where you want to study and what those resources are. And let's wait for that to load, but as it's doing that, there are some other great links in here as well. Ideas Foundation is another great link you can click on. There's a nice buzz quiz as well, and other related articles you might want to check out. So let me click Ideas Foundation and see which one opens first. And this one opened first. And let's say getting a job in the creative industries. Yeah, that's what I'd like to do. I can check out this PDF on getting a job in the creative industries. I can read through it, or I can also copy the link. I'm going to Command C to copy and go back to Padlet, double click to create a new one, add the link, and give it a quick title, and then I'm just going to say and I want to click publish. But let's say I want to connect these two. Let's say I want this idea here, this one to connect to this, because I want to show that I went from here and then I found this. To do that, I just want to click where it says edit, and this time I want to say connect to a post. And if I click that, you'll see all of the other stuff kind of gets yellowed out, yeah? And then I could say found this, and then I could click connect, and there's a little now link to the career services talk and the thing I found on Job Teaser. So I can use this to move this around. You see, as I move this around, it will stay connected like so. If I don't want it to be connected anymore, I can disconnect from the post, and that would get rid of the connection. So, and you can see lots of different ways I can show and display my sort of journey and to kind of figure out where I want to be and how how this year's helped me find a job and figure out what my career options are and my study options are, I can use that all here. So maybe the next post I might put on there might be a university I'm looking at or a course I'm interested in. All of that stuff can go on there, and like I said, lots of different formats, lots of different options. If you do work experience, or if you're currently have a job, or if you've done other workshops with career services, be sure that you keep track of that throughout the year, because we do look at this because we do want to see how you guys are starting to sort of think about your next steps after this year. So that's really, really important. Hopefully you feel like you have sort of a better understanding of just how to add things to Padlet. And last but not least, share. The share function up here is you click that, and then basically you're gonna copy the link to the clipboard, and then you can email that to your tutor or your lecturer or whoever's asked you for the links. That's one way of sharing that. But also too, if you want to like print this into your sketchbook or something like that, you can also print that out or save it as an image. And that's kind of it. If you guys have any questions or anything, be sure to send us a quick email, and we're here to help if you've got any further information. There's also a handout that goes with this, and just have some fun, play with it. If you don't like it, you can always click the remake button, and I can copy post and click submit. Give it a second, and that would basically allow me to remake it and relay things out. Yeah, so if I'm not happy with that, I can always remake it as well. Hopefully this gives you a good start, and good luck with this, and have some fun.